Yeah.
That's a good choice.
I just like. I don't know. This is like the team I've been playing with on here. I just like them. I don't watch them, but.
What did you put your
It plays on the difficulty that I put it on.
What?
Say what?
Okay. I need to edit my uniform.
Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bag. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back.
Hey.
Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
Alright, let's see how this goes.
I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello. That's the Chad calling.
I mean, this is my first time playing Madden in, like, since it came out. Matt, what, 10 years? Madden?
You don't make no clap back when you backpack my bad, but I'm past that. But an ass lack, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's fast.
I don't even remember when the last time I played Madden with Matthew, but like that was like.
I think it was like Madden 08.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Houston Texans.
Cody Latimer is off.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Ready? 15 line it. 15 line. Check 41. On the ball. Hatch it.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley.
Oh! Gotcha. Let's go.
That is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 27-yard line.
All right.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Go.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's got his man.
Try to.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs. Check 31, check 31.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Go, big grip.
Jones now on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break up the routes quickly as well.
Alec Ogletree in on the stop.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. There for the sack, B.J. Hill. They win zone blitz. They're obviously successful. What makes the zone blitz successful?
Well, just go ahead and let's break the term down. Zone means they're going to play zone behind them in coverage, not man-to-man. But the zone blitz, why it's confusing to offenses? Because oftentimes defensive ends or defensive tackles will drop back into coverage, and linebackers or safeties will usually fill that gap and blitz in their spot, messing up the blocking responsibilities.
Watson now to throw. It's complete to Fuller. And down inside the 15 he goes. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Oh, I ain't worried about you, man.
From the red zone now, Watson out to his left. And it's
there's no way.
Able to get there and pick it. So a pretty shaky start.
Hopkins is supposed to have a thing
to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
Let's go.
Team and it's
I saw that.
Fucking guy.
I saw that. Let's go.
And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
I like these.
Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on his...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Notre Dame, baby. Will Fuller.
Let's go. 26 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point.
Oh, shit.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Open man, the tight end fails. And he's into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you think it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it. Congratulations to them. But it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
I got my bag in this game, Bill. Come on.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But
and he's going to be brought
Why
down.
are you not doing what I put you to do?
6-yard line. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Throwing Jones.
Oh!
Completes it to Tate.
Damn.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18.
I sagged off.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Damn.
Hit X.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary.
Set the tone, defense, let's go. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Jones operating from the gun. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The sack there by J.J. Watt.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs. They covered well. Allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
On the return, Carter. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself, eluding the pressure right.
Oh, I threw it. No, I threw it, bro. I threw it.
It's picked up. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Yo, I swear, bro, I pressed triangle.
Like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd.
Leo!
They'll try to run for it.
I saw that, bro.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football.
Hey, Zoo! 41's the mic, 41's the mic. Come. Check 41. Check go.
Here's Jones. Throwing on 1st down. He'll take a shot for the end zone.
Oh, let's go. Let's go.
Incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
It would have been nasty.
That would have been nasty. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls
in a hot
and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Saquon Barkley.
Let's go.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
I got this.
Let's go. 10 logo. 41 Mike. You're out. Switch up. Watch the safety creep. Get it.
Now Jones. Flush to his right. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Kick.
Get in there.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
Bro.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air. And that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Yo, you can't get no better than that on a kick.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a 1-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. On the jet sweep, here comes Fuller. 7 yards
he got stuck
on the
in there.
there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling, and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game.
No! Oh, my God, bro. Yo, you know how to slide?
1 quarter down, 8-0 the score.
Because I don't know how to slide, man.
I don't either. Matt, how do you slide?
Like with the quarterback.
Quarterback slide.
Watson.
Why do you have to look at something to know that?
He's got Fuller.
Oh, I should have ran up.
Off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside.
You got to hold both triggers and hit square.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
All right, bet.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They run high.
Man.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson flushed out right.
Oh,
let's go. This one is down he goes. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
It doesn't take a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo.
Oh!
Pressure too great.
Oh, my God.
Once more. Lorenzo Carter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
All right. Wow. 4th and 30. Oh, my God.
And how about this?
You going for it?
Long, and they're going to go for it. They're going for it. It's Watson. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off.
I almost had that.
Force a turnover on downs.
Don't say what you were doing, bro. I know what I was doing. These mans, bro, God.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs. That will keep moving the football. Don't get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
Make a tackle.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Hard. Ready.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones eluding the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. J.J. Watt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Operating from the gun. Jones. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they get on the board, trailing now.
Just barely.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along.
What is that?
Kicking was so prevalent,
what was that?
We made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
I guess.
It's where you would have gotten it.
I probably would have been a little bit up more. A little bit.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try.
Bro, come on.
Like the feeling that they had going on
nobody
offense.
could block.
They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Back to the ground. This time it's high. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Watch the twist.
From the gun, here's Watson. Steps away to his left.
Oh, trying to throw it, bro. Oh, my God.
He's taken down. The sack coming from Big Delvin Tomlinson. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double teamed and sometimes triple teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
No way.
Let's go.
Pass hauled in downfield.
Beautiful. Let's go.
Good pass.
Touchdown, Houston.
Appreciate it. Let's go.
Will Fuller, 78 yards. And the Texans push further out in front.
Let's see.
The 21st pick back in the 2016 draft, Will Fuller, and we know that he can take the top off of a defense.
He certainly can, and the way that he does it is just straight, pure speed. And I saw it with one of the better defensive coordinators in the league, and I said, how do you defend that? And he said, at times, you absolutely don't. If the quarterback gets time and he heaves it downfield, Will Fuller's going to outrun any coverage you put out there.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Mateo, what's happening, man?
Don't talk. I'm telling you, you got to talk to your cousin.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn.
I'm the second half
kick it away.
play.
I believe you.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
I ain't down by much at all.
You're not. I'm down by like 12.
I gotta stick with my game plan, so.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Hey, watch it, watch it.
Look at me. Go.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Look, squeeze.
On 1st and 10, Jones.
Let's go.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zach Cunningham coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack on 1st down, Jones,
let's go.
And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 17. And looked like some movement there.
I didn't even do that.
Let's get the call. And that'll set them back 5.
Oh, let's go.
How'd it go off on me?
So a false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Now Jones off the play fake. Rolling to his right.
Let's go, Watt.
Find a receiver, and he's brought down. J.J. Watt in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion in the field position.
I have to think that with
Yo,
this
how is this dude
Taking it
open?
right down Broadway. Touchdown, Houston. QT. 57 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. And correct me if I'm wrong.
I was going to use them yesterday, too.
No, there's nothing to correct.
And he takes off with it. It's a fake.
Nope.
And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs.
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand you want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
It smelled terrible. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3. I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Ready. 60 outlaw. Hey, lock it.
You got it, son. Kill.
Get it.
They go play action here on first down. Looking for Shepard deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Jones now throwing again on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. He's going to let one fly for Tate.
No, bro, I moved out the way.
Deep into Houston territory.
He tried to intercept.
A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards.
That is so
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
good.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. The toss out to Barkley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Got the 26 seconds to make a play.
Ready up.
Mike 41. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Watch twist.
Ready.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones.
No.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete. And he's going to
Oh my God.
Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
All right.
It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Watson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me. Let's go.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And an alley to run. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Watch the slap. Watch the slap.
First down, a run with Hyde. The 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big pickup of 38.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Like, you saw him holding him.
12-yard touchdown run. And the Texans push further out in front.
Let's go.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we got to the end zone
at least
first.
Get past 10.
That's exactly what those blockers did,
clearing
the way for their back.
And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They've got this big lead. They said, forget one, we want two. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable they didn't even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
No. Check 52. Right here, 41 Mike.
They'll try the right side
here. Come on, hold the fucking block.
Met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
That's trash. That's trash.
Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Throw, but incomplete.
You bullet
pass the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Riley Dixon now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Here comes Carter. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They start the drive with Hyde. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson.
Fast as
taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
3rd and long. It's Watson.
Hell no.
Intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. CD, with that incompletion, let's talk AFC playoff picture. I think you and I agree that if you put together any sort of power rankings, we put Baltimore #1, certainly in the AFC. But you look ahead to the playoffs getting started on January 4th. Who do you see as their main competitor for that Lamar Hunt trophy?
Well, tradition and us not wanting to be wrong dictates that we say New England next. And rightly so, because of the number of Lombardi trophies they've won, how they've always played at this time of year. But the bottom line to me is the prime contenders right now for Baltimore.
Let's go.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
Where are you going?
Zach Cunningham with a pick.
Wow.
And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turned out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. On first down, it's Watson.
No!
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. With that incompletion, you know, Charles, one of the big storylines in the final few weeks of the season lies in the AFC South.
What happened to?
Hit X.
Bro, that's you.
I know, but you gotta hit it too.
Houston battling back and forth. Houston won round 1, week 15, a victory in Nashville. But which of those two teams do you think has the potential to go deeper in the playoffs?
Well, Tennessee just lost at home to Houston, and now we'll have to go on the road to play them again in week 17. So I would say, on the surface, you would think Houston. They have the quarterback as well in the shot. Scares everyone. But I'm picking Tennessee as the team that could go deeper because of their defense. That's really a top 5 defense on any given Sunday. Their ability to rush the passer, their ability to play the ball in the air. I like that Tennessee team, and I think Ryan Tannehill, the switch to him at quarterback, has really energized that club.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Attempted a deep ball there, and they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones sliding out of the pocket. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes.
I don't know what I was doing.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Off of play action, it's Watson. He's letting this
How
one
is
go
that
for
possible?
That is
Oh,
incomplete.
my God.
He couldn't hold on through
I
the
jumped
contact.
through him. Look.
Brings up second down.
Did you see
Decided
it?
to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson, open man is QT, complete.
Oh!
Down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
That was nice.
That one good for 37 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Here's Watson.
Let's go!
It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Bill O'Brien with a call here. We'll go for 2. Again, it's Watson. Pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Set, ready? 15, line. 15 line. Now.
Here's Jones on 1st down. Looking for Shepard deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is. And
hit X.
probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. On 1st down, Hyde. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
19! Watch 55!
Yeah, that's what I do.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson.
Wow, that shit faked me up, yo. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't even know what
back to the line
happened.
of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I need some
So
crazy
after the
shit to
run for
happen.
no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle.
First.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Now it's Watson dancing to his left. He can
Come
run
on,
for it, and
bro.
he
That's
will.
such
And he'll have the
bullshit.
first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
All day, dog. Joker. Alert.
A 10th carry for Hyde.
What?
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now Watson.
Oh,
good throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. Running for it, here's Hyde.
Oh!
It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down goal.
I'm letting you know this is the last time I play you.
Why? What happened?
You see that type of a run.
Because you don't play a real game, so
And
it's
that's the
getting me
last thing they
frustrated.
need, especially when they look up
What's
at the
getting you
scoreboard.
frustrated?
You go for it on 4th and 20, 4th and minute, like
And he's in
2-point conversions every play.
Touchdown, Texas.
Okay, but look at the score.
Carlos Hyde.
That's what I'm saying. You don't even hear the fucking announcers, bro. They're even talking shit about you.
Guys continue to pour it
They
on.
could go ahead. The thing is, I'm winning. That's what the game is about, right?
Kaimi Fairbairn.
This ain't real life,
And
deals.
the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
It's only 3rd quarter. You can still catch up.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical.
Oh, I saw that.
Not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Manning.
Oh, I should have stayed.
Shepard for his first catch. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
What?
A first down carry for Barkley. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
You got nothing.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 3rd down and 6.
The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and 6.
Switch. Blue draw Corkers.
Here's Manning to throw. It's caught. Shepard. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Manning. Flush, and now the ball comes out. Manning lost it, and the Texans scoop it. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coach.
Coming, and he's taken down. Lorenzo Carter getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to... There he goes, right side.